So next up, we're going to keep it TikTok here. There is a slew of happenings in the world of TikTok since our last show. You know how people always say, not to make this political, but this is not a political commentary here, but it's going to sound like it. I just don't know how to report on it because there's politics inside of it. And it's very important because it may decide where you put your efforts from a marketer. So I'm just going to I chose a variety of different sources and I'm just going to read quotes. So it's not political, but here we go. Apparently Microsoft was in talks to buy TikTok back on July 31st is when this came out. Trump at the time, President Trump, was trying to consider whether or not they should kill off the app itself and not allow people to use it. Anybody in the government cannot have it installed on their phone. He's trying to say anybody in the US cannot use the app any longer. So he said a couple of options, banning it, and he added, but a lot of things are happening, so we'll see what happens. But we are looking at a lot of alternatives with respect to TikTok. And that was after Microsoft had expressed interest in buying the US portion of TikTok. So then, same day, on Air Force One, according to CNN, Trump spoke to reporters and said, as far as TikTok is concerned, we're banning them from the United States. And again, that was after he said, there are many options that we have. So he said, well, I have the authority after he said about banning it, because I guess the follow-up question was, you might not have the authority. It sounded like they were going to be banned. So on August 2nd, Microsoft came out and put out a statement saying that they are continuing discussions on the potential TikTok purchase in the United States. So they said the discussions with ByteDance, the parent company of TikTok, will build upon notification made by Microsoft and ByteDance on the Committee of Foreign Investment in the United States. The two companies have provided notice on their intent to explore a preliminary proposal that involved the purchase of the TikTok service in the US, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand, and result in Microsoft owning and operating TikTok in these markets. So they're going to buy all these different markets, Microsoft. Official statement, Microsoft site. Apparently it's back on. President Trump called TikTok a hot brand, and according to TechCrunch, is demanding a chunk of its sales price. He said this, TechCrunch transcribed this, which was great. So I'm going to read verbatim from TechCrunch's transcription. I did say that if you buy it, whatever the price is, that whoever owns it, because I guess it's China essentially, but more than anything else, I said a very substantial portion of that price is going to have to come to the Treasury of the United States, because we're making it possible for this deal to happen. Right now, they don't have any rights unless we give it to them. So if we're going to give them rights, then it has to come into this country. It's a little bit like the landlord-tenant without a lease. The tenant has nothing, so they pay what is called key money, or they pay something. But the United States should be reimbursed or should be paid a substantial amount of money, because without the United States, they don't have anything, at least having to do with the 30%.
Okay, and that was all one quote.
It still goes on. Do you want to hear the rest of it or no? I mean, I'm no Sarah Cooper over here, but I'm trying to do the best I can.
Wait, so was that said on Air Force One?
This was a transcription that President Trump made about the acquisition.
I just can't. Of all the things of 2020, we're talking about TikTok on Air Force One.
It's crazy. It's crazy. So it turns out the U.S. is going to give until September 15th for this deal to get done. And it also sounds like the ban that was mentioned in Air Force One isn't going to happen. So at least until September 15th. If there is no deal, apparently, I didn't know you could do any of this stuff, by the way. Like, I didn't know you could be like, sell this or you're gone. It's just strange. It's like, what is this, the Clippers for you sportsters out there? Anyway, so anybody on TikTok, you influencers there, you have until September 15th. If the deal gets done, it seems like TikTok will not close down. But if not, you now have a really good option to head on over to instead.
What would that be?
Is it not?
Couldn't
Reels.
tell by your pun.
Oh.
Reels, the real pun.
But the thing about Reels, I should have said this earlier. I don't like that they're only 15 seconds because the TikToks were longer.
Were they?
Yeah, I think they could be up to a minute.
Oh.
I could be wrong on the time, but they were definitely longer. And I think some funny things just can't happen in 15 seconds.
I just don't need more than 15 seconds of garbage content.
And the videos of people like where they have a funny audio clip in the background and the other person's just like lip dubbing it, that's not funny. Like the audio clip is funny. You're not adding anything to it.
We should make one.
These are my real thoughts.
Shut up.
Get real.
Oh boy. But you know how there's that meme where you say, I am this year's old, when like you can tell how old you are by when you realize something. I can't figure anything out on Instagram now. It's too much. Get in there and it's like, do you want to boomerang this? Do you want to gallery this? Do you want to do this? Are you going to go from this? Are you putting a filter on your face? Are you going from a gallery? Do you want to save it here? There's so many options now. And I saw a tweet about that with every option circled in red on your screen. And we'll put it up on YouTube. It's crazy the amount of stuff you can do on Instagram now, from reels to stories to posts to IGTV. It's so much in there.
Yeah,
Do you feel that or not?
I
Yeah.
feel that, and I just feel that IGTV doesn't really have a place. Like, we should just get rid of it.
I don't know. When I was making it this morning, no joke, guys, it took me probably a minute per second of video because I just wasn't sure if I hit a certain button, was it going to publish? And I wasn't ready. Like, it's not easy to use for us old people. So I feel that.
I hate to spoil it, Jess, but you published something that wasn't ready. Okay. And lastly, on all of this acquisition news, Byte came out with something quite funny. And you can click on through over to marketingandclock.com and see the tweet in its entirety. But they said, what if we simply purchase Microsoft? And they've got this really creepy GIF of this being coming to life. So there you go. Byte by Microsoft, Microsoft by TikTok, and it's all one thing.
Okay, good luck, Byte, because like I forgot about them until you just said their name again.
Yeah, we should just buy Byte before they buy Microsoft, and we're all set.
Perfect.
This bites.
Like what you saw? Of course you did. If you're looking for more, Marketing and Clock releases new episodes every Friday with digital marketing news of the week. You can subscribe wherever you consume your podcasts, or click to watch the full episode, the next news story, or read all the articles from the show.